In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Altra Via Olympus 2. I'm going to be telling you all the things I like and all the things I don't like about this updated shoe from Altra. What is up everybody and welcome to 40 Runs. My name's Chris Ford and I'm a running coach who likes to review running shoes here on YouTube. Well guys, so here it is, the Via Olympus number 2. Now this has received, I would say, quite a major overhaul, although it looks very similar. So in 2023 I found myself loving Altra shoes. I really enjoyed the Torrent 7. I really enjoyed the first version of this. I also like some of their trail shoes as well. Now I wouldn't say I'm a zero drop person in any shape or form, but there was something about that Torrent 7 and this that, well, kind of surprised me in 2023. Now for full transparency, this was a shoe that was sent to me by the guys at Altra, and thanks very much to those, but that doesn't mean my review's going to be biased in any way. I'm going to say anything I want, as I always do on this channel, and I'm not getting paid to make this video. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do things I like, things I've not liked. I'm going to tell you where this sort of fits into your rotation as well, but before we do all of that, let's crack on with the stats and features. Okay, so first, Altra, right? So they've got this natural foot placements, this foot shape fit. If you look at that and compare it against a Nova Blast 4 in terms of the shape of the toe box, for example, I hope that's coming out on the camera, but you can see the difference in terms of the ethos of the Altra shoes and the way they're designed. And it's all about keeping that natural foot placement, those natural toe placements in the toe box, which makes a lot of sense to me. It's a nice wide toe box in this shoe in particular. Okay, so this shoe's £150 here in the UK, fits true to size. We've got the Ego Max foam running the full length. We've got 33mm of stack all the way through the shoe, so that gives us a zero drop. The shoe weighs 11.1 ounces, 320 odd grams, I think that is. On the outside, we've got the rubber elements. If you see that, that's sort of in line with the way your toes sit. Look at that, see that? We've got a new mesh upper on the shoe. We've got a bit of a rocker design going on, which is kind of nice, and I'll come on to that. The tongue is not gusseted. We've got these new funky laces, nice heel collar. The sidewalls are built up as well to add the stability to the shoe. Again, I'll come on to that in just a second, and I think that's probably about it in terms of the stats and features. Right, so this shoe is a max stack daily trainer. Even though it's only 33mm of stack all the way through, it does feel a lot taller than it actually is, and I'll come on to that in just a second. But I think the biggest noticeable difference for me in this shoe versus the previous version is how much softer the Ego Max is, and also the improved comfort of the shoe. The new upper is much better than the previous version. I really like the tweaks that they've made to the upper design. It's just improved the overall comfort of the shoe. Right, so this shoe's got these built up sidewalls, which gives it a really stable ride, especially with the Ego Max, which is definitely softer, this version, but it's still firm relative to the other foams out there. If you look at the Nova Blast, for example, so this foam is quite it's not firm, but it's not overly soft, which actually is a positive, I think, about the shoe. And what that does, it provides a very stable ride indeed. The shoe is nicely rockered, so it provides a nice smooth transition, which is noticeable, in particularly at these slow speeds, because this is not a fast shoe in any shape or form. This is a shoe to cruise about in, eat those miles, and the rocker design with the Eco Max, it just provides that subtle, nice roll through your stride. Right, so let's move on to the things I like and the things I don't like about this new version. Okay, so the likes. I really like the new Eco Max in here. It definitely being softer has helped the shoe, I would say. I like the 33mm of stack because it doesn't feel overly tall, but it's tall enough. I like the inherent stability of the shoe, the sidewalls that have been built up with the slightly firmer foam, wide platform. I think that really helps with especially the 33mm of stack as well. I like the new upper. I like the overall comfort of the upper, all around the heel and everything. It's just a nicely built up shoe. It's not too much. Some of these max stack shoes have so much foam in and around the shoe, where your foot goes in. It's just too much, but this is the perfect blend. I like the fact that this shoe's not trying to be anything other than like a max stacked, easy going shoe. I like that. And I really like the natural foot placement. That's one of the things I really dig about these Altra shoes. Okay, so things I don't like the fact that it's gained weight. Daily train over 11 ounces is a problem for me. I'm not a big fan of the laces either, and it's probably not the most exciting shoe. Now that's a bit harsh because this is not meant to be an exciting shoe, so maybe that's probably a little bit, yeah, probably is too harsh. But it does lack that sort of, I don't know, something that I'm looking for in a shoe. But look, that's it. There's not much really here to dislike. This is a very good shoe if this is the sort of thing that you're after. And that brings me on to this. Now this shoe, I would say, is not my perfect max stack daily trainer that would suit me. There's nothing wrong with this shoe. I really like this shoe for what it is, but it doesn't actually suit me that much because I like something with a bit more giddy up in it. I do like something with a little bit more softer of a rebound. It's just that, I don't know, that overall, yeah, giddy up in a shoe, despite being a max stack shoe, right? So I do like something that gives me a little bit more feedback. Now, when you step into this shoe, you are going to think this is really firm, but the foam does really soften up. Okay, so just bear with it. Oh, by the way, another thing I do like is the outsole. I forgot to mention that. I really do like the outsole. But yeah, this is not a shoe that I would go, you know what, I've got 3-4 easy miles today, I'm going to grab this. I'd probably grab something else. And I think that's the issue for this shoe for me, and this is personal opinion. It doesn't, it's not the sort of shoe that I would pick straight out of the cupboard. But here's the thing. I think this shoe would suit a lot of people. And I know, for example, one runner in Hartford, she absolutely loves this shoe. She said this is the best shoe she's ever had. And I think that's the key to this. This is a great shoe if it's going to work for you, because I think with the 33mm running all the way along, with the nice roomy natural fitting toe box, with the improved midsole, this is a very comfortable shoe. I think it's a very stable shoe as well. So this is going to work for a lot of people. I just don't think it necessarily works for me. It's a stable ride, it's a great cruising shoe, so like I say, I think it is a perfect shoe for some people out there. And overall, the shoe is a big improvement versus the first version, and as I say, the first version was a good shoe. So look, if you really like the first version, you're going to love this. And if you are a person who's looking for a max stack shoe, which is stable, which has got the natural foot placement in it, with a nice blended midsole that's not overly soft, with a slightly smooth transition feeling to it. It's not, again, it's not very aggressive in terms of that rocker. It's just a really smooth transition. This will work for you. It's got a really nice upper on it. I don't think £150 is over the top in terms of pricing. And they make very good shoes, Altra. So I think you will enjoy this shoe. It is definitely improved versus the first version. So I think that's it, guys. I don't think I'm going to add much value other than that to say this is going to work for a lot of people, especially those who had the first version. Anybody, as I say, who's looking for a stable max stack shoe, this is definitely worth a look, especially if you're after, you know, that sort of zero drop feeling. The Ego Max is definitely being improved. The upper's great. But yeah, it's just not a shoe that I would necessarily pick out of the shed, pick out of the garage to go and do those easy miles. There's probably other shoes that I would pick, which is, I think, is a fair conclusion from my side. Right, okay, people, let me know in the comments, are you going for the Via Olympus 2? How did you find version 1? Have you already got version 2? How have you found it? Let me know in the comments before you leave me today. Okay, people, that's it. Thanks very much to the guys at Ultra for sending that over. I say, I really like the shoe. I just don't necessarily think it is a shoe that I would always pick out of the cupboard, but that's not to say it's a bad shoe. I think it's actually a very good shoe. Thanks very much, guys, for sticking around to the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe before you leave me today, and I'll catch you later.